Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the May A-Team training. Before we jump into the training, I want to spotlight the people that are going to be in our video this morning. Warren Price from the Woodbridge office is the branch leader, and Jill Long is one of our top performing agents out of that office. And the thing that I'm going to be speaking to them specifically about in these video clips is conversion, and they're doing an outstanding job. Our Woodbridge office converts over the last year. They've converted over 43% of all the leads that have come into the office, and that number keeps going up. There's certainly a lot of top performers in Woodbridge, and I want to thank every one of them for what they're doing, and I want to thank all the other people around our company. We're really doing very, very well. I want you to listen to the video clips this morning and pick out the simple things that they're doing. There's some good ideas in here, and I hope that we can take a few moments and reflect on them. In the first couple clips that you're going to look at, there's a couple of things that I want you to really draw your attention on. I asked both Warren and Jill about managing a large caseload and how they get those things done, and that's really, really important at this time of year. It's May, we're coming out of, I don't know what our numbers in April were, but they're big. And in March, our numbers were huge. Our numbers were the biggest that we've ever seen in a month. We had over 550 leads that came into the company. So we've got more and more and more business, and it just looks like that's going to keep going for us. That'll be a great thing for all of us as long as we manage and service it well, and as long as we keep at the performance metrics that are allowing us to get that business. They had wonderful ideas, and I think the most important, if you take away nothing else from this video, listen to Jill as she speaks about what's most important when she's one-on-one with a customer. She has a large caseload, but her customers never know that. And she also has the kind of teamwork with Warren and her branch where she can keep that manageable, and she can keep that to where she can deliver the service that we all need to deliver to these customers. So great stuff, guys. Listen to what they have to say.
My name is Jill Long, and I am with the Woodbridge office. I have been here, I'm on my 5th year with Century 21 New Millennium.
Terrific.
And I'm the branch leader, managing broker here. Been here since in this branch, since 1994.
Fantastic. And your name is?
Warren.
Right. You know what I wrote down when I first asked you? I wrote, never let them see you sweat.
Yes.
I really thought that's kind of what you're saying. Is
yes.
Basically, you can be as crazy and whatever as you want. The client can't know that.
Right. You have to accommodate their schedule. This is the only house they're buying. They don't care what sort of workload you have. They don't care if you have 5 other clients looking for your time that day. So you have to set aside this block of time for them that you are devoted to them and for their the service for them.
And that's
look. If Jill is green, and I see that it's been a week or 10 days or 2 weeks since green got a lead, then it helps identify that real quickly. But I also know that Jill will let me know if she might have a schedule that's jammed up that's going to make it not feasible for her to give her full attention and full service to a particular client, and she'll say, I need for you to pull me for 2 weeks, or I need to take a break, or I need to whatever. So that doesn't happen often, but when it does, then I annotate that right on the screen so that if one of our agents has a daughter graduate from college,
yeah,
well, I know not to assign her something during that couple of weeks there.
There's lots of great stuff in these next couple of clips, but I want to point out a couple of things that you should draw your attention. First, I think Jill, when I spoke to her, told me that she really didn't have a whole lot of systems, but as we started talking, she kept talking about more and more systems and things that she used, from controlling her calendar to setting the right expectations. All of these things are things that she's systematically doing. And again, during the process, she just displays between her and Warren, you can hear the collaboration that's going on these leads. They know the capabilities of each other, they know how much business they can handle, and they know how to communicate about when they might need to not take a lead. Because Jill points out that the most important thing is really what we talked about last month, that there's a very close tie between the kind of customer service that we deliver to each and every one of our clients and the kind of conversion rates that we can expect as a result. So listen to this stuff, it's really good. It's 5 years you've been doing this?
Yes,
So do you think you can handle a little larger caseload than you could when you first did it?
absolutely.
So there's definitely probably a difference between what one agent can handle and another agent can handle.
Yes,
And you kind of know that for yourself.
I know. Yeah.
And for yourself, what do you think that roughly is?
Well, it depends completely upon the demand of the particular clients that I have. But, you know, actively, maybe 8 to 10, as long as not all 8 of those are actively having to find a house now. But I'll just go a little bit on what Warren said, that I do know when I have reached my limit as far as my time, that if they call me to, or email me, a lead, that I have said, you know what, I need to put a hold on this for a week until I get some of these people further along in the process, that my time can take more. Because I think that the service suffers, everything suffers if your schedule is just too uncontrollable.
A little bit, but you mentioned a couple of important things to me in terms of what you do right up front with a client.
Scheduling. My very first communication with clients, I ask them, these are buyers in particular, I ask them what their schedule is for viewing homes, if they would like to view during the week or if they would like to view during the weekend. And if their schedule is such that the only time that they can go looking at homes is on the weekend, I have my weekends kind of blocked out in time so that I can view homes with 4 different clients on any given weekend. And I will tell my clients, well, you know, weekends are in high demand, so would you prefer Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, or Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon? Because I can really schedule somebody at 9 o'clock Saturday morning and 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, and the same on Sunday, where they still have plenty of time to look, to view homes and feel like they are having my time and attention. But they also know the expectation is set up at the very beginning that there's going to be kind of an end to that time of that particular day because I have a commitment elsewhere.
And I didn't ask you this question before, so it's unfair, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
So you've got your clients, you know, clearly setting expectations with them, clearly managing your calendar to something that's realistic.
Yes.
You have other administrative things that you need to get done in a day.
Yes.
Do you have that scheduled or calendared as well? How do you accomplish all
Never
that?
on the weekends, because the weekends are, you know, viewing homes. So I don't have specific time blocked in the week because it will depend on what my, you know, week looks like. But today being a Monday, I know what my week is this week as far as committed time with clients, and so the administrative stuff is blocked in fit around that. So I already know right now, yes, to answer your question, what times this week I will be doing that sort of
I
stuff.
don't think we have any secret, any real aha kind of thing that we do, Scott. I think we try to assign the lead quickly. We try to assign it to an agent that has a track record for doing a good job, that's available. We follow up, and we stay involved in the process. Going back to that, getting copied on the real estate reports. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I read and study every one of those things, but I want to have that option, and I will do as I have just this morning. Go in if an agent's got if they're holding off waiting for a builder, and the settlement is scheduled on such and such a time, you know, that's good news. So I like to be able to have the option to do a reply all or just reply back to that agent and say, great job. I know this one's been tough. You've done a great job.
So to be clear, what you're doing is when an agent does their update and gets their confirmation back, you ask them to copy you on that confirmation.
Yes, we do. And I would say that probably happens about 80% of the time.
Good. It's a good best practice.
Yeah.
It's a good best practice.
Yeah.
specifically, if there was one thing, maybe I'll start with Jill, but your conversion rate is higher, and you know, if you had to boil it down and just think, well, why is that happening to me, or what am I doing to make that happen? Is there anything that you would share that you think helps you with that?
Well, based on what I've learned, I do have systems in place I didn't know I had. So, service to me is the biggest one, honestly. Service, that the clients see that they're getting good service, quality service. But organization would be number 2, but always service is the top one.
Good. Warren?
When an agent comes back to me and says that their schedule is just too jammed up and they don't feel like they can give the client the service that client absolutely deserves, then I kind of see that as everybody winning. Because if an agent takes a lead that they can't give their service and their full attention and their heart to, then, and by heart I mean everything that's about them, to going toward helping that be a very positive experience. Everybody loses in that case.